Gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The First Take. I want to thank all my subscribers out there that are tuning in to the First Take videos, commenting and liking the video of this series. Much appreciated. I wasn't sure about the haul videos versus the First Take videos, but really you guys are giving me the support of this series. I absolutely love doing this series. If you're first tuning in to the First Take, basically all the bottles that are coming through my new purchases are going to get a first take treatment. Basically one or two wearings. I'm going to pop the video camera out and give you guys a first impressions, give or take, and then you're not going to see a review on it for at least another 4 or 5 years. Now, I just wanted to thank everybody from my yesterday's video wishing me a happy birthday. Much appreciated, all those subscribers, and of course reviewers alike that sent me little messages. Thank you very much. My wife was gracious enough. She's like, go do a video on your birthday. Much love to her, great wife. And let's get to the First Take series. Today is going to be on the House of Christian Dior. Last week, of course, I did a First Take video. I purchased their newest Dior Homme, their newest edition, Dior Homme Cologne. Now, if you're interested in this fragrance, I did do a video on this, so go on my channel, check it out. And I got a First Take video on this one. This one piqued my interest of getting the old stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm missing the old Dior Homme Cologne, the vintage. You can call it vintage, you can call it discontinued, whatever you want to call it. This stuff right here. I had to get it. And it's the last of the Dior Homme line, and there's a good reason for that. I'm going to give you guys a good reason for it. Now, Dior Homme Cologne has been replaced, if you didn't know, by this guy about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months. So this may still be kicking around in stores, guys, old stock. I know a lot of stores that may have this kicking around. This is for retail. I think it's going for 80 to 100 bucks. For all those guys out there that are looking to cash in on this new craze of the Dior Homme line, this one ain't for you, boys. This one's kind of harder to find. It doesn't really have a following per se. It wasn't really a great seller out there. So if you're going to snatch up 5 or 6 bottles, sell them on eBay and try to get a profit, you're going to have a hard time selling these fragrances. I don't think this is as popular as Dior Homme Intense, I would say, the old version. So this guy got released in 2007, just got replaced with this guy in 2013. So I had to get it. This one was a pass when I first sniffed it, when I first started my Dior Homme collection. As you guys know, I've already reviewed all the vintage stuff, Dior Homme, Sport, Intense, all been reviewed. I purchased those bottles way ahead of this one. This one's kind of late to the party. This was the last of the vintage juice. Good reason for that is because when I first smelled it, it was actually in duty free. I first saw it and I was like, cologne, let's smell it. It had like a punching citrus top with basically what I felt like the Dior Homme DNA, just watered down juice. So I was like, you know what, I'm not paying Dior price, which was like 80 to 100 bucks for this stuff, when I think the original Dior Homme is this stuff right here. Of course, Dior Homme is much more interesting. I love the big punching iris in this one. It was kind of like watered down in this one, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna get it. For collection, who cares? It's a little pricey for collection worth, so I didn't get it. But finally I got it in 2013 just to finish up the collection. I'm going to do a first impressions, and I'm going to let you guys know. I wore this 3 or 4 times actually. I'm going to spray on a piece of paper today because I kind of have to go, I got to go to the hospital. Nothing big, just a checkup on our son, our kid. And so I can't wear fragrances in the hospital if you didn't know. So I'm going to spray on a piece of paper today, not on my skin. I wore it 3 times, so I kind of know the gist of this fragrance. And again, my initial impressions of this fragrance when I first smelt it in duty free like years ago is right. There's a huge blast of citrus that meets you. It reminds me of the lemon note in Dior Homme Sport. It kind of feels like Dior Homme Sport, the vintage juice, met Dior Homme, the vintage juice, basically. The citrus and the iris just meeting. So citrus up top. You can feel the iris kind of popping through, you know, that powdery makeup, lipstick feel, kind of coming through with the citrus. And the volume has been toned down. It's not as thick as Dior Homme, but again, it is watered down version. Once this dries down, the iris is matched with the subtle hints of leather and of course that original Dior Homme DNA, but kind of toned down and make it a little safer. This might be a fragrance for people that are looking for a toned down version of the original, to be honest. A little safer. It might have been a little too feminine for you, a little too much in your face. You like the composition, but it was a little too much to your nose. This one would probably be a much safer bet for you. Everything kind of toned down. It has a nice, pleasing citrus top to it. So it could be for some people. Now, it makes it much easier to love, first and foremost, against the Dior Homme Vintage Juice. Now, the longevity on this was poor. The times that I wore it, it was giving me 3 to 5 hours at most. It was really bad longevity for this fragrance. Unfortunately, it's a little less than what I want. I'm looking for 6 to 8 hours in a fragrance to be worth my money. This one didn't do it. 3 to 5. We'll see with more testing. This one's perfect for spring. I really don't think this one with the iris and the dry down of this fragrance, I really don't think it would be good for hot and humid weather in the summer, because a lot of people think cologne, they're going to think summer. I think summer nights would be nice. This one, definitely summer nights, spring days, spring night. This one would be good to wear. The good at the moment, as all Dior Hommes are, it's Dior quality. The citrus is nice and juicy. The iris is something that I don't even know how Dior does, but it's absolutely gorgeous in all their fragrances, including this one. So the good, quality ingredients. The bad, longevity first and foremost, not very good. And uniqueness. If you own quite a bit of fragrances, you own the whole Dior Homme lineup, this one would be kind of a redundant purchase for you. So the bad, of course, uniqueness, and of course, it's going to be harder to find now that's discontinued or replaced by the newest version. Buy, try, or pass on this fragrance. For you guys, if you aren't a collector, pass on this guy. It's kind of hard to find. It's kind of pricey at the moment. And for a collector, this one's great to have to finish off the vintage juice, the collection, the Dior's. Of course, I had to do it for me. As a scent, it's Dior quality. I'm not going to knock the scent. But it's pretty redundant as far as the fragrance goes. Since the original Dior was much more interesting in my eyes, I really like that punching iris note. This one kind of doesn't have it punching. Same type of quality. I just feel like this one would probably be much safer as a purchase for fragrance heads out there. So as far as buy, try, or pass, probably a pass for you guys just because it's not available in the market today. Excellent quality though from Dior. Guys, hopefully you liked first take on Dior Homme Cologne. See you guys later.